Hello and welcome to Meade Week. I'm Brian Spann. On this edition, it's Military Saves Week. The commissary gets a reset. A very special National Prayer Luncheon is coming up. But first, last week we reported that a baby had been delivered in base housing not by doctors, paramedics, or firefighters, but by a courageous and willing neighbor. A neighbor whose only experience delivering babies are the 3 children of her own. Due to privacy and security concerns, we're withholding some names, but the principals involved were more than happy to tell their story.
I'm definitely in labor now. We got to pack our bags and we got to get ready to go. At this point, I'm still thinking we've got an hour, we'll go to the hospital, everything will be fine, And so my husband started getting things together, started making phone calls. He ran next door to get Dory.
When he asked me if I was okay catching, my immediate response was yes. Yeah, no problem.
She arrived just after my water broke. And about 2 contractions later, I was pushing.
I was still hoping that she would get to the hospital. Until I saw the baby's head out, I was like, oh, this is really happening.
Everybody was just kind of stunned, but everybody rose to the occasion, and Dory caught the baby, and everything was fine.
She just was so calm, and she was like, okay, just make sure that you've got her. And the only thing I knew to do was to make sure that the cord wasn't wrapped around the neck.
Who knows what the outcome would have been had there not been somebody who could have provided the support, care, and advice to help it get to where we did get there.
The paramedics were kind of surprised and maybe a little put out that they got there after everything had happened, but they did good.
She was sitting there with the newborn in her arms, ready to go to the hospital and take care of the rest of it and move on.
I would just say thank you so much for being there. Definitely a trial by fire. So we would just really appreciate the fact that Dory was able to be there for us and help me out, while Aaron was on the phone with everybody. So thanks.
In other news, DoD designated February 19th through the 26th as Military Saves Week. It's part of the larger nationwide America Saves campaign. Military Saves Week is an opportunity for the military to come together with federal, state, and local resources to focus on the financial readiness of military members and to help them reduce debt. This year's slogan is Start Small, Think Big. A look at the long-term benefits of saving just a little each month. At Fort Meade, Army Community Service has a full slate of activities during Military Saves Week. Tuesday, stop by ACS between 9 and 11 to receive your free credit score. By the way, ACS offers the service by appointment year-round. On Wednesday, there's a credit score clinic from 10 to 3 for active duty and spouses. Each client will get a 30-minute block of time. On Thursday, ACS hosts a series of guest speakers on topics ranging from home buying to the thrift savings plan. You can enjoy a free lunch and maybe even win some door prizes. Again, pre-registration is required. Call Army Community Service at 301-677-5590. This year's National Prayer Luncheon is scheduled for March 28th, but because of high interest in the event, the Chaplains Office is encouraging everyone interested to get their tickets right away. This year's guest speaker is Chaplain Major General Donald Rutherford, Chief of Chaplains for the United States Army. Tickets should be available through your chain of command. For more ticket and event information, contact the Garrison Chaplains Office at 301-677-6703. In other news, most of us are familiar with the idea of a large store or supermarket closing for a few hours for inventory. This week, in an unusual move, the Fort Meade commissary closed Sunday and Monday for what's called a store reset. The Fort Meade reset is unusual in that they're generally reserved for new stores or those undergoing large-scale construction and renovation. From the face of it, not much has changed at the commissary, but the first thing I noticed after the store reopened was the lighting. Store officials report that virtually all the infrastructure inside the store has been replaced, from new floor tile to new LED lights in the ceiling. Beyond that, freezer and cold cases have been replaced. The shelving itself, decades old, has also been replaced. There's new concessions in the bakery deli section, and basically everything was taken off the shelves, the new infrastructure installed, and the shelves restocked, all in about 48 hours. We posted a directory for the store's new layout on our homepage at www.ftmeade.army.mil. Finally, a reminder, the Fort Meade African American Black History Month observance is Thursday at 11:30 at Club Meade. The 2012 theme is Black Women in American Culture and History. This year's guest speaker is Dr. Joanne Martin. Dr. Martin co-founded the National Great Blacks in Wax Museum in Baltimore more than 25 years ago. And that's Meade Week for this week. I'm Brian Spann. For everyone at Meade TV and the Fort Meade Public Affairs Office, have a great weekend and a fantastic Meade Week.